Evening, welcome to the show. As you can see, there's no rain today. It's cleared up. It started out overcast, cleared up during the day. The sun was out most of the day, and we're off the turf, but the racetrack's there. It will be sloppy. It will be changed to muddy later in the day. We got in 10. Let's get to it right after this. And up, claiming tags 35,000. The track's a pair of claims. Number 4, Fleet Eagle to Gaspar Mochera. Number 7, McCullough to Luis Alvarez.
McCullough gets out first. Here comes Repletion sprinting up from the inside to grab a short lead. It's Repletion in front, McCullough running second. Dream Prosperous now coming up the inside to be third. Dernier's Last is fourth, and Magic's Back is fifth. Fleet Eagle beginning to move up a bit on the inside, and it's another 5 back to Rethink, who will be the early trailer. Up the back stretch, over the sloppy going, a quarter in 22 2/5 seconds, with Repletion in control in the early going. Dream Prosperous running second. McCullough sitting just outside the lead third. 3 lengths back, Dernier's Last being coaxed along in fourth. It's another 4 to Fleet Eagle, who's now dropped better than 10 lengths from the lead. Then it's Magic's Back and the trailer Rethink as they round the far turn. Repletion runs a half in 44 4. The track is sloppy but producing fast times so far. Repletion turns for home with the lead by 3 1/2. McCullough's second on the outside. Dernier's Last is third. Dream Prosperous fourth, and Rethink is fifth. It's still Repletion in front, but McCullough's getting closer with the furlong to go. Repletion trying to gut it out for another 100 yards. McCullough continues to cut into the lead. Repletion trying to hold on. McCullough, a last gasp lunge. Repletion, yes!
He did it in 1994 at this track in the mud, 7 furlongs. I think Billy Mott trained him then, but today, Dale Romans, we told you his horses are really running. Terry Raymond, the owner, Shane Sellers up. Repletion. 11:25, 53.80. McCullough 350, 290. Dernier's Last 360. The 1-7, $51. Here's the second 5.5 furlongs, maiden 2-year-olds. They are state breds. It's a wide open race. Slight favorite, the number 7 Monteleone with Pat Day.
And they're off. He's So Smart and Apply coming out quickly. Apply and He's So Smart will go at it head to head. Little Hermit is there on the far outside. Goodbye Bill is coming on through. In between horses, Matinee is in the thick of it early along with Last Licks. Then Shady Guy down inside. Matinee backpedaling to 7th position. It's a break of 3 lengths back to Bahama Boy. Then Citation Jet down to his inside. Cross Morant moving up on the far outside, followed by Tropical Colors. Then a break of 3 to Monteleone, who trails the field. A 22 3 opening quarter, and the field now rounding the far turn. Apply continues to do battle with He's So Smart. And on the outside, Goodbye Bill ranging up now to join the leaders. Last Lick is just in behind the front runners as they make the turn into the stretch. Little Hermit on the far outside is beginning to weaken, and Cross Morant is coming hard down the center of the racetrack. Matinee is resurgent in the final furlong. Cross Morant and Matinee doing battle now, and Matinee in front at the 16th pole. Cross Morant second, and farther back Bahama Boy it will be. Oh, that would be
one of the rare times my man caught the wrong half of the entry. It was Citation Jet, the horse that had never run. Owned by William Hettinger, trained by Mike Hernandez. Frank Alvarado up 1266, 44.80. Cross Morant, Mike Smith 1167.80. Bahama Boy 1720. 1991, $75. Exacta 19, 152.50. And the double, a pair of ones, $83. Here's the third. These are sprinters. Begins the pick 6 with the carryover. Maiden fillies and mares, 3 and up. The favorite here, the number 5, Flashy 4, John Velasquez.
And they're off. Hot Brown stumbled coming out of the starting gate, and Flashy 4 flashing early speed out to the front. Lizzie's Pleasure running in second. Don't hit on me! Splits horses and quickly moves to second now. Then down toward the inside, Could Be Queen is now running in fourth, 2 lengths back to Playful Valentine. After that stumbling beginning, Hot Brown is the trailer. Moving up the back stretch, they rattle off a quarter in 21 4/5 seconds. Chasing Flashy 4, who leads now and opens up the lead by 3. Don't Hit on Me is second by 5. Hot Brown third. Playful Valentine on the outside fourth. Lizzie's Pleasure back to 5th. Could Be Queen is the trailer as they near the top of the stretch. It's All Flashy 4, who streaks past the quarter pole with a 5-length lead. And then Don't Hit on Me, back running 2nd and under the whip. Hot Brown 3rd toward the inside, followed by Lizzie's Pleasure. Coming to the 8th pole, John Velasquez takes a peek back on Flashy 4, and it's a long way back to the rest of them. It's Don't Hit on Me 2nd on the inside, and on the outside, Lizzie's Pleasure. But it's All Flashy 4, and she never had an anxious moment.
Outside, if you're exacted with Flashy 4, absolutely no problem. A legitimate favorite and gets a break when the other chalk, Don't Hit on Me, gets off slowly. The winner is Flashy 4, David Reynolds, D. Wayne Lucas, John Velasquez. 393, 210, Lizzie's Pleasure, 730, 230, Don't Hit on Me, 210, 5-4, $38. Here's the 4th. This is a sprint. These are 2-year-old fillies, non-winners of 2, 2 to 5. Nick Zito entry of Caradilla and Storm Song.
And they're off. Last 2 states. Steps out quickly. In between horses, Pentillis, Razzmatazz down inside. Kingsland is in behind horses, and stablemate Storm Song and Caradilla up the backstretch. Last 2 states. The quickest of them all. Out there by a length, Pentillis comes on through. Storm Song on the move early now, 3rd on the outside. Razzmatazz is running 4th in Kingsland, and Caradilla at the back of the pack. The opening quarter in 22 seconds flat, rounding the far turn. Pentillis to the neck of last 2 states. Those 2 now in a speed duel as they round the far turn. Storm Song is kept within close striking range on the outside 3rd. Razzmatazz, Kingsland, and Caradilla. Nearing the top of the stretch, it's Pentillis taking over. It's Pentillis in front by a 1/2 length. Last 2 states down inside 2nd. Storm Song trying to keep up on the outside. Caradilla is coming on through between horses down inside Razzmatazz. Coming down to the last furlong. It's last 2 states now on even terms with Pentillis. Last 2 states in front again by a neck. Pentillis on the outside. Pentillis in last 2 states doing battle for the final 100 yards. Last 2 states full out, short lead. Pentillis. Last 2 states will prevail.
My friend Louis the Clocker always likes a horse that's had a race over the track early on in the meet. Mike Hushin must agree with him. Last 2 states, the wrong half of Barry Schwartz's winning entry in the Schuylerville. Didn't really like the mud that day. Likes it today, at least enough to beat Pentillis. And the winner is last 2 states, Barry K. Schwartz, Mike Hushin, Jose Santos. 1027 and 230. Pentillis 1060, 220. Caradilla 210. The exact Quinella 5665.31. Exacta 65, $66.50. And the pick 3 here, the old 156, $136.50. Here's the 5th that they're going 1 mile and 1/8. These are 3-year-old fillies. These are $75,000 claimers, and we have a claim in here. The number 6 on the treetop, be claimed by our sponsor, LSI Gold, Mitch Friedman, the trainer.
And they're off. Search for Justice hustled out after the lead on the treetop, broke alertly in Camden Hills down inside. Racing for the first turn. Dale Cordova intent on the lead with Search for Justice. He's got it and opens up quickly on the field. On the outside, on the treetop, moving to 2nd. Camden Hills is now 3rd. Queen Linda 4th toward the inside. Gerda has come out racing 5th. At the length and a half, Mysterious Lady on the outside is now 6th, followed by Money for Madrid. Then down inside are Katie Mambo, who's 2nd to last. The trailer is crossing over as they head into the backstretch. The opening quarter in 23 and 4. Search for Justice leads the pack down the backstretch, opening up by 2 1/2. Camden Hills to the attack early with 6 furlongs to go. And then it's on the treetop running 3rd, followed by Queen Linda on the outside 4th. Gerda on the far outside running in the 5th position. Money for Madrid is now 6th. Arcadia Mambo down toward the inside. Mysterious Lady back pedals near the back of the pack. Crossing over is the trailer. The half in 48 and 1. They're at the half-mile pole. Search for Justice trying to go it all the way on the lead. But Camden Hills is taking aim at the lead. And on the treetop is right there on the outside 3rd by 4. Queen Linda running along in 4th. Then it's Gerda 5th on the outside. Arcadia Mambo is 6th, followed by Money for Madrid. Search for Justice has run out of gas. The leader's Camden Hills. Camden Hills opening up by 2 1/2 on the treetop, 2nd by 3. Gerda running 3rd. Search for Justice stopping badly in between horses. It's Queen Linda. Money for Madrid on the far outside. They're coming down to the last furlong. Jerry Bailey all over Camden Hill, trying to get one more furlong, and still there by 2.5 lengths. Then it's on the treetop second, followed by Gerda and Money for Madrid. Camden Hills will prevail, bounding under the line.
This looked like a horse that would appreciate an off track, and she does. She just wins for fun here. Harry Manesi and Phil Serpy, Jerry Bailey, Camden Hills. 890, 430, 340. On the treetop, the one LSI Gold Claim, 470, 380. Money for Madrid will make you try, 10 to show. 1-6 is 37, try 165, $672. He's a 3 and up. Now it's a race other than maiden, claiming a starter. Field is reduced. Heavy favorite here, the number 11, Casheri, Jose Jerry Bailey.
And they're off. Trading Genius gets out first. Casheri is hustled up between horses, and Bracken is also there. So they make their way for the first turn. Bracken is guided over to the inside. Casheri between horses. And Trading Genius is hung out 3 wide. Nablus at the back of the pack with Slew's Mellow Fellow. They make their way around the first turn, and Brackett has established a clear lead out there by 2.5 lengths. Jose Santos wants Casheri a bit closer, second by a head. Trading Genius alongside third. 4 lengths back to the 2 trailers, Nablus and Slew's Mellow Fellow. A 23-3 opening quarter. A solid pace established here by Bracken, who continues to move along clear of Casheri by 2. On the outside, Trading Genius runs third. The half went in 47 seconds flat. There's a break of almost 5 lengths back to Nablus. Slew's Mellow Fellow trailing the field. Bracken trying to go it all the way on the lead. Still clear by 3 with a half mile to go. Santos remains busy on Casheri. Trading Genius is put to the whip, but still 5 lengths behind. It's another 3 back to Nablus, and Nablus is beginning to pick it up now. Slew's Mellow Fellow well behind as they move midway around the far turn. Bracken has run 3 quarters in 1:11-3, has a 4-length lead with 2 furlongs to go. Casheri is second, and Nablus is now third. Farther back, Trading Genius fourth. Off the turn and into the stretch. Bracken still there. Bracken maintaining a clear lead over Casheri. Nablus on the outside, a flattened out third in the last furlong. Bracken is home free. Bracken's going to do it.
Might have been a mistake. I mean, the riders here. Jose Santos was listed for both Bracken and Casheri. He's on Casheri. Jerry Bailey is on Bracken. Who won? William Backer, Barkley tagged Jerry Bailey. Bracken 944, 50, 280. Casheri 280, 230. Nablus 250. The exact at 10-11, both of whom listed Santos 2340. On to the 7th. This is 7 furlongs, fillies and mares, 3 and up. That one is the 3 other than favorite. They didn't know which one to make, the 1, the 4, the 6. They settled on the 6. Blind Trust, Pat Day.
And they're off. 3-pack Christmas Cactus, and on the outside, Blind Trust. Those 3 scrambling for the lead. Proper Dance rushed up on the inside to run in 4th. Then Positive Charger attacked me not at the back of the pack. Christmas Cactus surrounded by challengers. On the inside, 3-pack. On the outside, Blind Trust pushing Christmas Cactus along. And Proper Dance in close attendance to the pace just in behind the lead 4th. And the pace is sharp, 22-1 over the muddy track. Then it's Positive Charger sitting just in behind the front runners in 5th position, 2.5 lengths back to Attack Me Not as they hit the half-mile pole. 3-pack down on the inside, Christmas Cactus on the outside in an intense fight for the lead. Christmas Cactus prevailing now by a neck. On the inside, 3-pack second. On the outside, Blind Trust continues to chase the pacemakers just in behind them. Proper Dance, who remains in close striking range in 4th, under the whip now. 2 lengths back to Positive Charger, farther back Attack Me Not, as Christmas Cactus heads for home with the lead. Christmas Cactus in front by 2. Blind Trust on the outside trying to mount a late bid. Proper Dance is third. Down to the last furlong. Here comes Blind Trust, who now overpowers Christmas Cactus. Proper Dance third. Final 16th. Blind Trust 2.5 lengths and pulling away. Proper Dance on the outside. Christmas Cactus third. Blind Trust bounding under
Don't know what took them so long to make this filly the favorite. This is her third start at Saratoga. It is her third trip to the winner's circle at Saratoga. She's kind of a 7-furlong specialist. First time Lasix today. Blind Trust finds her way to the winner's circle without any help. 550, 310, 250. Proper Dance, 340, 270. Christmas Cactus, 270. The exact is 6-1, 1720. Try in the race, the three favorites, 614, $37. Here's the eighth. They're going a mile and an eighth. These are 3 and up, and there's allowance conditions. The favorites here, there are 2 of them, Secret Savings, Suave Prospect.
They're in the gate. And they're off. Victory Mill, hard-ridden early, Suave Prospect on the outside. Lies of Omission is there, and Secret Savings as they race for the first turn. Richard Migliori, very busy early on Victory Mill to get to the lead. And Victory Mill takes charge. In front, a length and a half. Secret Savings is running second. Lies of Omission is reined in to run in third. Suave Prospect moving to third on the outside. Lies of Omission taken under a hard hold, restrained in fourth position now. It's a break of 6 to Silver Fox Exalto. Heavy Rains at the back of the pack. A 23-1 first quarter. They're moving right along into the backstretch. And the Secret Savings has emerged with the lead. Secret Savings in front. Suave Prospect moving early. Victory Mill, hard-ridden earlier to get to the lead, is dropping back sharply. Moving round Victory Mill goes Lies of Admission. A break of 7 lengths to Silver Fox and Exalto. Heavy Rain at the back, 46 2/2 mile. The pace is swift, and it's Secret Savings with a short lead and a half-mile to go. Suave Prospect right at his throat on the outside. Just in behind, Lies of Omission in perfect striking position third. 4 lengths back, Silver Fox has drawn within 5 lengths of the front runners. It's another 4 back to Exalto, who's followed by Heavy Rain. Victory Mill's being pulled up. Nearing the top of the stretch, Secret Savings, Suave Prospect, Lies of Omission is now coming hard. Silver Fox 4 wide down the center of the track, coming down to the last furlong. Suave Prospect, short lead. Silver Fox on the outside. Secret Savings struggling. Exalto's coming on through. A burst of energy from Exalto at the inside. Silver Fox on the outside. Suave Prospect in between them. Heavy Rain moving late. Here's the line. Exalto wins. Exalto
is a very exciting finish here. Exalto had won a race in the slop, and the track has been downgraded or upgraded to muddy, but won a race in the slop at Gulfstream at a mile and 1/8. But that race was a 3-horse field. This is not a 3-horse field. Raking between horses, taking advantage of the speed duel. Here comes Exalto, getting Frankie Alvarado his second win. Silver Fox, who looked like it was going to be the winner at the top of the stretch, has to settle for second. But Exalto, Wilfredo Augusti Jr., Amin Saidan, David Donk, Frank Alvarado. This is going to make your pick 6. 32, 60, 11, 20, and 5. Silver Fox, 9 and 5. Suave Prospect, 350, the 10-7, 301. Try 10-7-9, $1,177. The pick 3, the 10-6-10, $566. And the pick 6, it was a bingo at the last one. 6 of 6, $48,597. 5 of 6, $309.50. The feature today is the inaugural running of the A.P. Smithwick Memorial, a Grade 2, $50,000 added, 2 1/16 steeplechase race. Heavy favorite, soft turf-loving Rowdy Irishman with Jonathan Smart.
Flying Frenchman Petrosky takes a run at him now. It's still Flying Frenchman. Cheering News makes a move now. There goes Cheering Moves on the outside. Petrosky third. Stop and Listen advancing steadily on the outside. Here comes TV Gold moving to 5th. Prime Legacy is now back to 6th. Rowdy Irishman and Mystico has got a lot to do as they approach the top of the stretch. Cheering News has taken over a short lead. It's Cheering News in front. Petrosky down inside. Stop and Listen is coming well. Down toward the inside, it's Petrosky now to challenge Cheering News for the lead. Up and over the final fence, Petrosky, Cheering News. Stop and Listen third. Down to the final 100 yards now. And it's Petrosky full out. Petrosky's got the lead. Cheering News. Stop and Listen flying late. Wow, what a finish. Photo finish. Cheering News.
Actually looked like a good turf race finish with 3 of them on the wire. Soft turf-loving Rowdy Irishman. Maybe he'll wait for the New York Turf Riders. He just doesn't fire at all. But this horse, Shearing News, this horse ran here in the New York Turf Riders, August of '94, finished second that day. In this, which is the major prep race for that, he's going to win here. Shearing News, as the second favorite, gets the money. Virginia Craft Payson, F. Bruce Miller, Chip Miller was riding for him. 610, 410, 310. Stop and listen, $784.90. Petrosky, $480. 6-7, $74. Try 679, $386.50. Here's the finale, a sprint, 3 and up, state breds. Now one is a race other than the favorites here, Nijinsky's Ghost and Cross Pro.
And they're off. General Jeff bounces out under an aggressive early ride on the far outside. Iron Will is right there. Coming on through between horses, Nijinsky's Ghost. Cross Pro is in the early mix. Down inside a double cause. Polished Apple checked repeatedly while in traffic. It's 3 lengths back to So Anyway. Another 5 to Lobster Joe T. Moving up the backstretch. Hotly contested, opening a quarter mile here in 22 1/5 seconds. As they round the far turn, it's Polished Apple down inside who's come on through. In between horses, Nijinsky's Ghost is right there. On the far outside, Iron Will continues to battle away. So Anyway, picking up the leaders, moving well on the outside. A double cause is running in 5th. Cross Pro takes to the outside 6th. Then it's General Jeff as the field now turns for home. So Anyway revving up on the far outside. So Anyway bumping in mid-stretch with Iron Will. Down inside, Polished Apple continues to fight on. Lobster Joe T putting in a belated bid down on the rail. Cross Pro on the outside, 100 yards from home. It's still Polished Apple down inside. On the outside, So Anyway, those two, Polished Apple running hard every step of the 6 furlongs to win.
If he had picked a horse at the top of the stretch not to hit the board, I believe it would have been Polished Apple. Off slowly, rushed up by Grael, in the hunt every step of the way, pressured, falls back, comes on and wins it. This horse had a couple of races in the mud early in its career, hated it, loved it today. Fox Ridge Farm, Pat Kelly, Antonio Grael. It's been a different horse since they gave it blinkers. 25, 80, 11, and 450. So Anyway, 860, 440, Cross Pro 320. 3 7s, 217. Try 376, 946. Double 6 and 3, 96.50. The weather looks great, though. We'll be off the turf on those two. The weekend, we hope, will set up very well. And if you're out here at Saratoga, we've got a raffle that we're running all summer. It's for our backstretch pension, the BEAT, I'm sorry, the Backstretch Assistance Fund. You can win yourself a Mercedes. You can win a VCR, the Mercedes over a $50,000 car, round trip on Delta Airlines. I'll be talking about a lot. It's 10 bucks a shot. I think you get a book of 12 for 100. I'll check that out. But look around, buy it if you have the dough. You might win. Then you'll really score out at Saratoga and be helping a good cause. Good night. May the horse be with you. Good evening and welcome to the show. It was a rainy day early this morning. We lost all the turf except the stake race. The track is muddy, but nothing was as dark as the press box. Bill Leggett passed away. I don't know if any of you knew him. He was on Sports Illustrated for over 30 years. He was one of the brightest and pleasantest men in the press box. And the press box is a place where there are conflicting personalities. There are people always disliking other people. But one of the great things is all of them loved Bill Leggett. He'll be missed. We certainly send our condolences to his wife and children, but more than that, we send our condolences to the press box. You've lost Bill Leggett. Right back with today's first. After going 7 furlongs, he's a 3-year-old. The claiming tag's $35,000. Lukewarm favorite, the number 11, Ruby rides again with Jose Trejo.
Ruby Rides Again and Exuberant Dew on the outside going for the lead. Then Sidestep. Wooden Dance came away in the 4th. Shopper's Gold is running in 5th, and Totally Simple is 6th. At the back of the pack, Never Fear and Reach Up. They move down the back stretch, and the leader is Wooden Dance by a length. On the outside, Exuberant Dew and Ruby Rides Again. They're heads apart, 2nd and 3rd. The opening quarter goes in 22 and 2. Then it's a gap of 3 lengths. Back on the inside to Shopper's Gold in 4th. Totally Simple is 5th. Sidestep now back in 6th. Then it's Reach Up and Never Fear. They're midway around the far turn. Wooden Dance still with the lead. On the outside is Ruby Rides Again. The half mile in 45 and 2. Shopper's Gold is now a closer 3rd. They're at the head of the stretch. Wooden Dance still with the lead. Shopper's Gold now coming through to be 2nd. On the outside it is Ruby Rides Again. Then Totally Simple. Here comes Sidestep with a big move in the middle of the track. Sidestep goes up to get the lead. Sidestep is in front. Then Wooden Dance and Shopper's Gold. They come down for the line, and Sidestep love the mud today. Sidestep by 5 lengths.
Catherine Voss, who was on fire here last year with her Maryland Shippers, finally gets one into the winner's circle. Sidestep just blows by them in the mud under Robbie Davis. Robert Manfuso, the owner. Catherine Voss, Robbie up. 1388 44.90. Wooden Dance 674.20. Shoppers Gold 340. The 10-6 $126.50. Here's the second race today. This is 5.5 furlongs. These are maiden 2-year-olds. Claiming tags 50,000. Heavy favorite here, 3 to 5. Home on the Ridge, Pazua.
And they're off. Home on the Ridge, breaks on the lead. Attentive, My Friend Tom there. Then it's on the outside, One Wild Lad. Far outside, Master McGrew. Fantastic Bird is coming through now. Then it's I Like Mr. Bear, followed by Gem Frost, and far behind is Forever Talc in 9th. They move to the turn. Home on the Ridge, a short lead. One Wild Lad on the outside. Now to challenge. Attentive is racing in 3rd. My Friend Tom gains ground into 4th. Then it's Fantastic Bird in 5th. Farther back, Master McGrew, Gem Frost, I Like Mr. Bear, and the trailer, Forever Talc. They're at the head of the stretch. It's Home on the Ridge on the inside, and One Wild Lad on the outside. Those two stride for stride as they hit the 8th pole. One Wild Lad and Home on the Ridge, and One Wild Lad has a short lead. Home on the Ridge trying to come back. Attentive is running in 3rd inside the 16th pole. One Wild Lad now drawing clear. One Wild Lad will win it. Close for 2nd. Attentive got up for 2nd.
Made Home on the Ridge 3 to 5 off a good race on an off track, but it wasn't this off track. One Wild Lad, the second favorite, collars Home on the Ridge, puts that one away willingly, and Home on the Ridge tires also quite willingly, I think finishing out of the money if I remember correctly. But One Wild Lad gets it. Harry Manassian and Phil Serpy, they're not doing badly up here. John Velasquez is up. 1280, 650, 330. Attentive, 1120, 410. I take it back. Home on the Ridge did hang on. 230 to show. 6-7, 7-6, Quinellas, 52. The exacta 7 and 6, 111.50. And the double, 10 and 7, 108.50. Track now rated sloppy. 6.5 furlongs. Fillies and mares 3 and up. Claiming tags 50,000. We have a claim here. The favorite, the number 3, Joe's Working Girl, will be claimed by A Stall. John Velasquez rides.
And they're off. Show Snap away well towards the inside is Unreal Cupcake. Joe's Working Girl now moving up. Unreal Cupcake has the lead. Joe's Working Girl is running in 2nd. You're Not Listening down on the rail in 3rd. And Show Snap is racing in 4th. Then comes Jupiter Assembly. Susan Valley. Trailing the field is Wild Plum in 7th. It is Unreal Cupcake by a little more than a length. Joe's Working Girl right behind in 2nd. The opening quarter in a quick 21 and 3. An Unreal Cupcake takes the field into the far turn, leading now by 2 lengths. Joe's Working Girl is 2nd by 3. Then it's Show Snap running in 3rd. Jupiter Assembly comes through on the inside to be 4th. Then it's You're Not Listening, and farther back, Susan Valley and Wild Plum as they come for the head of the stretch. The half mile in 44 and 4. Coming through on the inside is Jupiter Assembly now to get the lead. Jupiter Assembly is in front. On the outside, Show Snap. Towards the inside is You're Not Listening. Heads apart, second and third. Unreal Cupcake has dropped back. Susan Valley on the extreme outside. Joe's Working Girl will not do it today. Inside the 16th pole, Jupiter Assembly by 2.5. Show Snap is second. Jupiter Assembly wins. Show Snap second.
Jupiter Assembly seems to run a good one, a bad one, a good one, a bad one. Last one was a bad one. Today is a good one. This mare never won on an off track, although she had 3 seconds, but she's by General Assembly, who galloped in the Travis on just this kind of a strip. Jupiter Assembly, Robert Murphy Sr., Butch Reed, Mike Smith is up. 940, 480, 350. Show Snap, 560, 330. You're Not Listening, 280. 6-4 Exacta, $46. On to the 4th. This 6.5 furlongs. These are maidens, 3 and up. Look at that board. No real favorite.
And they're off. Dixie's Rumble on the outside with a dial 6. Moving up towards the inside is Penny's Beach. Penny's Beach gets the lead. Then down on the inside, it's Lasting Legend. Time Terminator in between horses on the outside. Dixie's Rumble along with Gray Prospect. Penny's Beach has the lead by 1.5 lengths. Time Terminator is second. Lasting Legend is third. Gray Prospect is running in fourth. Spartanburg in fifth. Now Dixie's Rumble in sixth. And it's a gap of 6 lengths back to Dial 6 in seventh. The first quarter, 21 and 4. Penny's Beach with the lead by 3/4 of a length. Gray Prospect now to challenge on the outside. It's 2 lengths to Spartanburg, who's a closer third. Then on the inside, Lasting Legend. Farther back, Time Terminator. Dixie's Rumble and Dial 6. They're at the head of the stretch. Gray Prospect on the outside now takes the lead. Penny's Beach is back in second. Then it's Spartanburg running in third, followed by Lasting Legend and Time Terminator inside the 8th pole. Gray Prospect racing a bit greenly there, but he's in front by 5 or 6 lengths. Then it's Penny's Beach and Lasting Legend. A late move from Time Terminator. Gray Prospect wins. Penny's Beach held second. Lasting Legend.
Saying earlier about Catherine Voss that she was hot last year with her shippers. Well, how about the first race today and a repeat in the 4th? Same owner, Robert Manfuso. Catherine Voss, the trainer. Same rider, Robbie Davis. Gray Prospect. 1087.10, 520. Long one, Penny's Beach, 1587.40. Lasting Legend, 660. Another 2552, 104.50. Exacta 52, $182. Pick 3, 7, 6, 5, $481. On to the 5th. They're going 1 mile and 1/8. These are 3-year-olds and up. Now is a race of the maiden are claiming they only seem to be wagering on 2 of them. The number 1 Teenager, the number 3 Summer Squeal.
On the outside, the Giant Killer goes up for the lead. Royalty Affirmed is there. Down on the rail, Teenager moves up with Criminal Command. Moving for the turn, it's Teenager a short lead. The Giant Killer on the outside in second. Criminal Command races third. Royalty Affirmed is fourth. Then it's Summer Squeal in fifth. Fighting Bob is in sixth. Northern Pursuit is seventh, and trailing the field is Private Cody in eighth. The first quarter in 23 and 3. They've reached the backstretch, and the Giant Killer is in front. The Giant Killer by 1.5 lengths. Teenager is in second. Then it's a gap of 4 lengths to Criminal Command, and Summer Squeal down on the rail. In between those two, Fighting Bob. 2.5 more to Northern Pursuit and Royalty Affirmed, and Private Cody still trails. The half mile, 47 and 3. Long shot, the Giant Killer in front by 3/4 of a length. On the outside is Teenager running in second. Then it's 3 lengths to Summer Squeal. Moving a bit closer into third. Royalty Affirmed is fourth by a head, then Fighting Bob. Northern Pursuit, Private Cody is seventh, and Criminal Command is back in eighth. 3/4 in 1:12 and 3 as they come for the head of the stretch, and they still have the Giant Killer to catch. He's in front by 2 lengths as they turn for home. Teenager races second. Summer Squeal is third. The Giant Killer trying to do it all the way. The Giant Killer in front. Teenager under the whip in second. Summer Squeal is third. Farther back, Private Cody coming for the 16th pole. The Giant Killer on the inside. Teenager on the outside. They're heads apart. 70 yards to the wire. Teenager, the Giant Killer. Teenager by a head.
Mike Watchmaker made Teenager 7-5 in the morning line and Summer Squeal 5-2. If you're looking at the race, you would have figured he had the right idea. But they made them co-choices, and actually, Summer Squeal was shorter. Summer Squeal a very bad third, no excuse. Teenager comes after the speedy, the Giant Killer, and catches that long shot and then begins to pull away. Peter Carsh's, Charles Harris, Susan Harris, Christopher Clement, Jose Santos. 564.43, the Giant Killer 14.510, Summer Squeal 260, the 1.7's 91.50, the Try, the favorites with a long one in the middle, the 1.73, $219. Here's the 6. This is a sprint for maiden filly 2-year-olds, rumored to be the fastest filly in the history of the world. The number 2 parlay, Ackley Brothers Farm owns her. John Kimmel trained. Mike Smith will ride.
And they're off. Ray of Happiness away well on the outside. There goes Parlay, and Parlay is in front and quickly opens up 3 lengths on the field. Rebel Bell runs in second. Innovate towards the inside in third. Then Copeland's Mist, and on the outside, Ray of Happiness. Then comes Singing Nun, followed by Serene Queen, and trailing the field is Minister's Melody. The first quarter in 22 1/5 seconds, and Parlay is out there all alone, in front now by 6 or 7 lengths. Singing Nun on the outside, Ray of Happiness in between. Down on the inside is Innovate. Then comes Rebel Bell, followed by Minister's Melody, then Copeland's Mist, and Serene Queen. They're at the head of the stretch, the half mile in 45 3, and Parlay is in front by 8 or 9 lengths. Ray of Happiness moves into second. Then on the outside, Copeland's Mist and Minister's Melody coming for the 16th pole. Parlay all alone. Impressive today. She's just romping. Minister's Melody is going to get second. Copeland's Mist was third.
These fastest horses in the world are actually running like they are. I don't know whether she's the fastest in the world, but she's certainly the fastest in the 6th race today at Saratoga by as much as she wants to win. Mike Smith just looking back, I don't believe it, he said. Ackley Brothers Farm, and I forget Bob Levy, also a partner on this one. John Kimmel, the trainer. Mike Smith enjoyed that canter around the race course. 4, 310, 250. Minister's Melody comes on at the outside, picks up the place. 353. Copeland's Mist 320. The exacta 2 and 6, $10.40. Here's the 7th. This is off the turf, now at 1 mile and 3/16 on the main track. These are fillies and mares 3 and up. Now one's a 2 other than. And the favorite is way on the outside, a main track only horse, Pelican Reef, Pat Day.
And they're off. Come Casual on the inside. On the outside, there goes Little Mary Sunshine. Picture Hat under the whip going up now to get the lead. Picture Hat takes the early lead. Come Casual, Little Mary Sunshine heads apart second and third. At the back are Hugsy and Pelican Reef. They move around the clubhouse turn. And it is Picture Hat in front by about a length. The opening quarter in 23 4. Little Mary Sunshine is second by 2.5. Then it's Come Casual in third. Hugsy is racing fourth. The trailer is the favorite, Pelican Reef, in fifth. They move down the backstretch now. Picture Hat leads by a half length. Little Mary Sunshine is second by 4. Now it's Hugsy running in third. Come Casual the outside in fourth. And a gap of 5 or 6 lengths to Pelican Reef. Pelican Reef about 10 or 11 lengths from the lead. The half mile in 47 3. It is Picture Hat continuing to show the way. Little Mary Sunshine right there on the outside in second. 2.5 lengths now to Hugsy, a closer third. Then come Casual. At the back of the pack is Pelican Reef. 3/4 in 1, 12 and 3. They come for the head of the stretch. Picture Hat trying to take it wire to wire. Pelican Reef is making a move down on the inside. Then it's Little Mary Sunshine, Hugsy, and come Casual. They're in the stretch. Picture Hat in front. Pelican Reef now coming off the rail on the outside in second. Hugsy is third. They're at the 8th pole. Picture Hat under the whip of Jorge Chavez. On the outside, it's Pelican Reef and Pate, a 16th to the wire. Picture Hat still in front. Pelican Reef second. Picture Hat will win wire to wire. Won it by a neck.
One thing you could have been told in handicapping 101, the speed of this race was Picture Hat. Could she handle the dirt? She never handled her first 2 starts, but they were sprint starts. She gets to the lead. The favorite, Pelican Reef, virtually loses contact with the field way back. Tough road to hoe on this racetrack. Pate brings her into the stretch, but look who's in front. You see the whip? Need I say more? Jorge Chavez, catch me if you can, and the wire comes up before Mr. Day catches him. Picture Hat, the Ardbo stable, Richard Trimmer, Jorge Chavez, rank outsider in this small field, 17.85 and 3. Pelican Reef, 270, 220, Hugsy, $3. The exacta 5 and 12, $49.20. Here's the 8th. This is a 1 mile 3/8, first run in Glens Falls. It's on the inner turf, which will remain on the inner turf. It's inner turf listed as soft. It's fillies and mares 3 and up. There's a couple of late scratches in there, very true and transient trend. If you use those in the pick 6, you now have the number 3, Electric Society with Mike Smith.
And they're off. Chelsea Flower goes for the early lead. Tocopia on the outside. Also moving up is Ampula. Look Daggers is in between as they move around the far turn for the first time. It's Look Daggers and Chelsea Flower heads apart. Ampula right behind with Tocopia. Then comes Electric Society, Curtain Raiser. On the outside, Turkish Tryst and Tiffany's Taylor. The first quarter in 25 seconds, and they come past the stands for the first time, and Look Daggers on the outside has the lead. Chelsea Flower races in second. Then it's Ampula and Turkish Tryst, heads apart 3rd and 4th. Tocopia now in 5th. Tiffany's Taylor is 6th. Trailing the field, Electric Society and Curtain Raiser. The half mile in 49 and 4/5 seconds. Look Daggers is in front. It's Look Daggers by 1.5 lengths. Ampula running along in second, and Turkish Tryst right behind in 3rd. Chelsea Flower on the hedge in 4th. Then it's Tocopia, followed by Tiffany's Taylor. Electric Society, the favorite, is down on the inside, and trailing the field is Curtain Raiser. 3/4 in 1:15 and 3 over the soft going. Look Daggers continues to lead. The lead is a neck. Ampula on the outside is second. Turkish Tryst on the outside in 3rd. And there goes Electric Society now making a move. Moving around the turn. Look Daggers still the one to catch. Ampula is in second. Electric Society running in 3rd. Chelsea Flower is 4th as they turn for home. Look Daggers trying to do it wire to wire. Ampula on the outside to challenge. Then it's Electric Society and Chelsea Fowler, followed by Tocopia coming for the 16th pole. Ampula on the outside now takes the lead. Look Daggers back in second. Then Electric Society. It will be Ampula to pull off the upset at 17-1.
Not an easy horse to come up with, but certainly a bit of an overlay. Ampula's last race down in Kentucky wasn't bad. She finished second that time on the turf. Only had 3 races in this country. She obviously took to the soft turf. Shane Sellers has her in the right position at the top of the stretch, and she catches the pace setter, Look Daggers under Julie Crone, to go on to win it. Ampula, the Northcliffe Farm, Patrick Byrne, and Shane Sellers. 36.60, 13, and 6.10. The favorites run second and third. Inverted, Look Daggers 463, Electric Society 280. The Exacta 10-4s 179. The Try 10-4-3, $607. The Pick 3 today, the 2-5-10, $822. And the Pick 6, nobody picked 6. And it was small fields all day. It was not an easy one to pick, and nobody did it. 5 of 6, $971. Carry over Saturday, over $58,000. Here's the finale today. This amount in 8 fillies and mares, 3 and up. These are state breds. Now winners the 2 other than. You got 3 3-to-1s. Love Lines Gold, Hello Mellow, Thunder Magic.
They're off. Count the Bid. Love Lines Gold. Hello Mellow out for the lead. It is Love Lines Gold and Hello Mellow heads apart. Mary Lou and Count the Bid down towards the inside. In between horses there is Forever True. On the extreme outside is Thunder Magic. Then comes Samurai Star, followed by Money for Madrid, and trailing the field is Little Notice. The first quarter in 24 seconds, Love Lines Gold leads by a length and a half, and Hello Mellow is second by a length. Then on the outside, Thunder Magic is third by a head. Towards the inside is Mary Lou. Then Count the Bid running in fifth. Forever True is sixth. Money for Madrid in seventh. Samurai Star is eighth, and farther back is Little Notice, still ninth. And midway down the back stretch, the half mile in 48 and 1. Love Lines Gold continues to show the way. Love Lines Gold by a length. Hello Mellow getting closer now in second. It's 2 lengths to Thunder Magic in third. And they're moving for the turn, and there goes Hello Mellow up to challenge Love Lines Gold for the lead. Thunder Magic moving well right behind in third. It's 3.5 lengths to Money for Madrid, followed by Count the Bid and Forever True. They move for the head of the stretch. Hello Mellow on the outside. Thunder Magic. Thunder Magic goes up to get the lead. Hello Mellow is back in second. Then it's Love Lines Gold, followed by Count the Bid and Money for Madrid. They're in the stretch. Thunder Magic now by 3 lengths. Then it's Love Lines Gold. On the outside is Money for Madrid. A late move by Samurai Star. Count the Bid in between horses. A 16th to the wire. It will be Thunder Magic going on to victory here. The fight for second.
Claimed out of an open claiming race, then moved into this non-winners of 2 condition New York bred. I'd say a smart move by a veteran trainer. However, the trainer is Stacy Stark. She's also the owner. It's the first horse she's ever saddled, and she used mud corks, and she's 1 for 1 lifetime. Thunder Magic, ridden by Raymond Perez. 884.43. Money for Madrid, 493.10. Love Lines Gold, 310. Exacta 94.32.80. Try 945. All shorts, $96. The double 10 and 9, 204. Race card tomorrow, and remember, we're also going to have the Pacific Classic out of Del Mar. You'll be able to see and wager on, if you choose, Cigar. That's tomorrow here at Saratoga. Good night. May the horse be with you. Good evening, welcome to the show. Weather report was perfect for today. Absolutely no problem. We got here, the skies opened up. Track turned muddy early in the day. Turf races after the second all changed except for the sword dancer. Bit of a mess, track sloppy. Why don't you look at it right after this? Opened up yet. The opener's 1 mile and 8. These are 3-year-olds claiming tags 25. The favor, the number 6 Merciful Judge, will be claimed by Bobby Lake and ridden by Pat Day.
And they're off. In between horses, Peace Baby, King Protea towards the inside. Merciful Judge is hustled up there to challenge for the lead. They move into the clubhouse turn. King Protea, Merciful Judge, and Peace Baby. Now going on to get the lead is Merciful Judge. Merciful Judge by 3/4 of a length. Peace Baby running in second. King Protea is third. Then it's a gap of 4 lengths to Pride Prevails and Win-A-Lot Dancer. In between those two, Collegiate Prince. Then it's Dancing Gator, Dancing John, and trailing the field, Firm Decree. The first quarter goes in 23 3/5 seconds, and through the raindrops, they move down the backstretch with Merciful Judge leading by a length. Peace Baby is in second by a length and a half, and then King Protea in third. A gap of 2.5 lengths, and now Pride Prevails is a closer fourth. Down on the inside is Win-A-Lot Dancer. Then in between, Collegiate Prince. On the outside, Dancing Gator, then Dancing John, and Firm Decree. The half mile in 47 4 as they move into the turn. Merciful Judge continuing to lead. Pride Prevails moving up now on the outside. King Protea is now in third. Peace Baby has dropped back to fourth. Then comes Dancing Gator and Dancing John, followed on the inside now by Collegiate Prince. Firm Decree is 5 wide as they come for the head of the stretch. Merciful Judge trying to hold on. Pride Prevails on the outside. King Protea under the whip, down on the rail. Firm Decree continues to advance in the middle of the track. They're inside the 8th pole. Merciful Judge is shortly. King Protea had a check there. Firm Decree full of run. They're coming down for the line. Merciful Judge trying to hold on, and he will by a length and a half.
2 straight wins for this one, owned by Bill Condra and Joe Canaccia, trained by Nick Zito with Pat Day up, but they won't have it now. Bobby Lake has it. Merciful Judge, 610, 340, 270. Firm Decree, 460, 330. King Protea, 390. The exact is 610, $26. The skies opened up, but they went to the post. The turf was still firm, of course, but it was really soft. They didn't have time to change. It's a mile of 16th on the inner. Maiden fillies and mares 3 and up. Favorite a firster from Billy Mott, Valenta. Pat Day to sweep the double.
He's now in. We're just about ready for a start. And they're off. Junior Petunia and the Lady Triumphs out for the lead. There goes La Fortage. On the extreme outside is Ashley Lindsay as Valenta comes through. The Lady Triumphs with the lead. La Fortage is second. Valenta running in third. Then on the inside, it's Junior Petunia. Sprightly Strain is on the outside along with Ashley Lindsay. And then comes Spec Account, followed by Junior's Fortune, Binjinski, and Miss PPB. The first quarter in 23 seconds. They've reached the backstretch now with the Lady Triumphs in front by a length and a half. La Fortage is second by 2.5. And then comes Valenta, and on the outside, Ashley Lindsay. Their heads apart, third and fourth. Spec Account is now a closer fifth. Then it's Sprightly Strain on the inside, Junior Petunia. Binjinski at the back of the pack with Junior's Fortune, and farther back it's Miss PPB. The half mile in 48 3. They still have the Lady Triumphs to catch. She's in front by a little more than a length. La Fortage races in second. 2.5 lengths to the favorite Valenta in third. Then it's Spec Account. The field comes for the head of the stretch. The Lady Triumphs turns for home with the lead. On the outside is La Fortage. Here comes Valenta now down on the inside. The Lady Triumphs, Valenta on the rail. They're at the 8th pole now. Valenta on the inside, the Lady Triumphs on the outside. Their heads apart with a 16th to the wire. The Lady Triumphs on the outside, Valenta on the inside. They come down for the finish line. It's tight, too tight to call.
The trainer thought this horse would stop if they really urged this horse. Nobody told the rider, Julie Crone, nor the horse. The Lady Triumphs. She triumphs over a lot of adversarial conditions. Earl Mack is the owner. H. Morgan Tesher. Julie Crone, what a way to get out of your slump, Julie, riding for Howie. $15.20, $6.20, $4. Valenta, $3.60, $2.70. La Fortage, $4.40. 3-4, $17.20. That's the Quinella. Exacta, 3-4, $48.60. And the double, 6 and 3, $67. Here's the third. This is a sprint. These are maiden 2-year-olds. The favorite here is the number 4, Calza Jorge Chavez.
Kalsa going for the lead with Snow Birdie. On the outside is Subordination. Acceptable is running in fourth. Then it's Stake Scam. Bijan Silk is there. Then comes Colonel Bradley, followed by Gunfight, and trailing the field is Affair with Peaches in 10th. The leader is Subordination, in front by 2.5 lengths. Snow Birdie is second. On the outside there is Roar Wagon running in third. Kalsa down on the inside in fourth. Then comes Bijan Silk and Stake Scam. Farther back it's Colonel Bradley. In between horses, Acceptable. Gunfight is gaining some ground, and trailing is Affair with Peaches. We're at the head of the stretch. Subordination with the lead. Kalsa on the inside is second. Gunfight continues to gain ground as they come for the 8th pole. On the outside, there goes Gunfight up to get the lead. Gunfight is in front. Kalsa is running in second. Then it's Subordination, Stake Scam, and Acceptable coming for the finish line. Gunfight wins. Stake Scam up for second. Kalsa was
wide and compromised first time out. Today gets a nice trip, making up a lot of ground. Gunfight, the Buckram Oak Farm. Muhammad Mubarak, Julie Crone, consecutive double ends that bad streak with a vengeance. 1240, 650, 360. Stake Scam only raced a few days ago. 590, 360. Kalsa 330, 62, $73. Here's the fourth. They're going 1 mile and 1/8. These are 3 and up. Claiming tags 25,000. No real heavy favorite here. West Buoyant and Damable and Flint and Steel.
And they're off. Larisky is going for the lead. There goes Indomable towards the inside. Flint and Steel in between horses. Sammy Says is hustled up on the extreme outside. They move into the turn. Indomable, a short lead. Larisky gains on the outside with Sammy Says. Flint and Steel is now running in fourth. Then final clearance in fifth. Edgecombe Flyer runs in sixth. Then West Buoyant in seventh. And A Call to Rise is eighth. The first quarter in 23 2/5 seconds. Indomable leads by a half length. Sammy Says on the outside is second by a half, and Larisky is running in third. Then it's a gap of 4 lengths to Flint and Steel. On the outside is final clearance. Then comes West Buoyant, Edgecombe Flyer, and A Call to Rise. The half mile in 47 2. Indomable is still in front. The lead is a length now. Sammy Says right behind in second. That's Larisky coming through now on the inside to be a closer third. It's a gap of 3.5 to Flint and Steel in fourth. Then final clearance followed by West Buoyant. A Call to Rise gains some on the outside. Farther back is Edgecombe Flyer. The field comes for the head of the stretch. Indomable is in front. At the quarter pole, Indomable with the lead. Gaining ground is Larisky towards the inside. Final clearance now moves up. A late move from A Call to Rise. Then it's Flint and Steel. They're inside the 8th pole. Indomable has something left. It's Indomable now by 4 lengths. Final clearance and A Call to Rise. A late move from West Buoyant. Indomable wins.
At the Paddock Club this morning, even before the course of the track wasn't wet at that time, Andy Serling said best bet of the day, Indomable. It is, it does. Julie Myron, E. Plesser Jr., Eddie Maple, 885, 2430. Call to Rise, 11730. Final clearance, 580. Quinella, 3553, 6350. Exacta, 35, 9550. And the pick 3, the 363, $462. Here's the 5th. It's off the turf. It's now 1 mile and 1/8, 3 and up. These are state breds. Non-winners are 2 other than the favorite now, the number 7, Unforgiven Affair with Mike Smith.
Jimbo, everybody relax a second now. Okay, let's get started.
They're up. In between horses, Draw Shot. Outlaw came away well. Down on the inside, there goes Raffy's Rula. And in between, Draw Shot. Raffy's Rula, Draw Shot. On the outside, it's Outlaw. Those 3 out for the lead. Vendex is running in fourth, then Jackson Zack, followed by Lord Basil, then Unforgiven Affair, and the trailer is Uncle Twist. They move around the clubhouse turn. Raffy's Rula in front by a length. Outlaw is running in second. Then it's Draw Shot towards the inside in third. Then comes Jackson Zach and Vendex, and the opening quarter went in 23-3. They've straightened away now and are moving down the backstretch. Raffy's Rula in front by a half length. Outlaw on the outside is second by a length and a half, and Draw Shot is running in third. Then it's 2 lengths to Lord Basil, who comes through on the inside to be fourth. Jackson Zach is now in fifth. Then Vendex in sixth, followed by Unforgiven Affair, the favorite about 7 lengths from the lead. Uncle Twist trails. The half mile, 47-3. Raffy's Rula in front by 2 lengths. Draw Shot runs in second. Outlaw has dropped back as Lord Basil comes through. Unforgiven Affair gains ground on the outside, but they still have Raffy's Rula to catch. 3/4 in 1:12-1. Raffy's Rula by 3 lengths at the head of the stretch. Unforgiven Affair moves on the outside. Draw Shot is running in third now. They're coming for the 8th pole. Raffy's Rula trying to do it wire to wire under Jorge Chavez. They're in front now by 6 lengths. Unforgiven Affair is second. It will be Raffy's Rula, wire to wire.
A friend of mine loved this horse on the turf when it came off the turf he passed, but speed is dangerous in the Saratoga mud. Henry Krieger, Digby Barrios, David Lester, H. James Bond, Jorge Chavez, Raffy's Rula, 10.20, 5.10, 4.60, Unforgiven Affair, 3.20, $3, Lord Basil, 9.80, 3.7s, 35.20, tried 3.72, $659. Now where's the 2 other than? Favorite number 2, Silver Finder, John Velasquez.
They're off. Hoop Tattoo goes for the lead. Down on the inside, it's Stonehill Road. Then a Silver Finder. Between horses there is Rocket Flash as they move into the turn. Stonehill Road emerges with the lead. Hoop Tattoo is second. Silver Finder right behind in third. Then on the outside, it is Rocket Flash moving up. Farther back is Ave's Flag and Wayfarer. The first quarter in 24 seconds. Stonehill Road. On the outside is Hoop Tattoo, and farther out is Rocket Flash. Those 3 heads apart for the lead. A gap of 2.5 lengths to the favorite Silver Finder running in fourth. Then it's a gap of 6 or 7 lengths to Ave's Flag and Wayfarer. They're midway down the backstretch. The half mile in 47-2. Stonehill Road by a head. Hoop Tattoo in between horses. On the outside is Rocket Flash. Those 3 still on the lead. They've opened up 5 lengths now on Silver Finder. And then comes Ave's Flag and Wayfarer. They're midway around the far turn. Stonehill Road clinging to a short lead. Hoop Tattoo and Rocket Flash second and third. 4 lengths now to Silver Finder. Ave's Flag gains some ground. 3/4, 1:11-2. They're at the head of the stretch. It's still Stonehill Road with the lead. Stonehill Road by 2.5 lengths. Ave's Flag is coming through now to be second. On the outside is Rocket Flash, then Hoop Tattoo, Silver Finder, and Wayfarer coming for the 16th pole. Stonehill Road by 4 lengths. Ave's Flag is second. It will be Stonehill Road.
Sterling on a tear gave this one out too. The mud did help him, but the horse was the main speed. Wilmot Stables, Peter Vestal, Craig Perrette, Stonehill Road, 16, 29, 10, 470. Ave's Flag, 8 and 410. Rocket Flash, 290 to 1.5, $134. Here's the 7th, a mile and 8. These are 3 and up. Now one is a 3 other than favorites Bull in the Heather and Criminal Suit.
Bull in the Heather in between horses on the outside, Key Guy and Criminal Suit. Then at the rail, it's Sophie's Friend and Saratoga Dandy. Bull in the Heather. On the outside, Criminal Suit, and Criminal Suit now goes up to get the lead. Bull in the Heather is running in second, and Key Guy is racing third. Then comes Sophie's Friend in fourth, and trailing Saratoga Dandy. The first quarter, 24 and 1/5 seconds. Criminal Suit leads by more than a length. Key Guy is now in second. by 2. And then comes Sophie's Friend and Bull in the Heather. They're heads apart, 3rd and 4th. A gap of 4 to Saratoga Dandy, 5th and last. They continue down the backstretch with Criminal Suit leading the field by 2.5 lengths. Key Guy is second by 3/4 of a length. Down on the inside is Bull in the Heather in 3rd. Sophie's Friend runs in 4th, about 6 lengths from the lead. Farther back, it's Saratoga Dandy. The half mile in 48 and 1. They move for the turn. Criminal Suit is in front. He's opened up here by 3 lengths now. Bull in the Heather moves on the inside to be second. Then it's Key Guy and Sophie's Friend. And farther back, Saratoga Dandy. They're coming for the head of the stretch. Criminal Suit with the lead by 2 lengths as they turn for home. Key Guy, Sophie's Friend, Bull in the Heather, all heads apart, but they're chasing Criminal Suit, who's in front by 3 lengths. Bull in the Heather down on the inside, then Key Guy, Sophie's Friend, and Saratoga Dandy. Criminal Suit is in front and will go on to victory here. Criminal Suit to win. Bull in the Heather will be...
As the hot man said during the pre-race prattle, speed is tough and Criminal Suits the speed. Sabine Stable, Joseph Greeley, Bobby Barbera, John Velasquez. 640, 370, 280. Bull in the Heather, 350, 260. Key Guy, 310, 63, $17.40. Here's the 8th off the turf at a mile and 1/8. Fillies and mares 3 and up. Favorites, the 4 to 5 Transient Trend will pick it up in the backstretch.
Around the far turn, Darlin Danica continues to lead. The lead is a neck. Varsity Gold on the outside is second. Length and a half to Corrigill in 3rd. Transient Trend picking up the chase now is 4th on the outside as they come for the head of the stretch. 3/4, 111 and 4. Darlin Danica still in front. Transient Trend driving on the outside. Transient Trend now goes up to get the lead. Darlin Danica on the inside is back in second. Then it's Corrigill and Varsity Gold coming for the 16th pole. Transient Trend with the lead. Darlin Danica trying to come back on the inside, but Transient Trend will get the victory here. Transient Trend by 2 lengths on the line.
Nice performance against the grain of the track, coming from off the pace. Live Oak Plantations Transient Trend, Pat Kelly, Sameen on the filly. 380, 270, 210. Darlin Danica, 590, 270. Corrigill, 250. 3.5 exacta, 23.80. Pick 3, 163, 115.50. And the pick 6, 12,359. 5 of 6, $163. On the turf for the Sword Dancer, 250,000, a mile and a half, 22nd running, grade 1. And the favorite, the entry of Broadway Flyer and La Signe.
They're in the gate. And they're off in the mile and a half Sword Dancer, and Kiri's Clown comes out on the lead. Kiri's Clown quickly opens up 2.5 lengths on the field. Down on the inside is a Flag Down. Moving up there is Diplomatic Jet. On the outside is Groucho, Gaucho, and Cairo Express. Then comes Broadway Flyer, followed next by Cinch. At the back are Vladivostok and La Signe. The first quarter in 25 and 4. Kiri's Clown leads the field. It's Kiri's Clown by 4 lengths. Diplomatic Jet and Groucho Gaucho are heads apart, 2nd and 3rd. Then it's Flag Down on the inside. Right next to Flag Down is Broadway Flyer. Then comes Cairo Express, followed by Cinch and La Signe. And Vladivostok is 9th and last. They come under the line the first time, and Kiri's Clown, the defending champion in the Sword Dancer, is out there in front by 8 lengths. Kiri's Clown in front. Diplomatic Jet runs in second. Then on the inside, it's Flag Down. Groucho Gaucho the outside in 4th. Broadway Flyer is 5th. Then comes Cairo Express, followed by Cinch. Still trailing La Signe and Vladivostok. The half mile, 49 and 3. 3/4, 113 and 3. They're down the backstretch now, the final time, with Kiri's Clown out there by himself. The lead is 8 lengths midway down the backstretch. On the outside is Broadway Flyer. Towards the inside, Diplomatic Jet. Their heads apart, 2nd and 3rd. Then comes Flag Down running in 4th, and Groucho Gaucho is 5th. Vladivostok has gained some ground to 6th, still with a lot to do. Then it's La Signe Farther back is Cinch and Cairo Express. The mile in 1:39, midway around the far turn. Kiri's Clown trying to do it on the front end. Kiri's Clown in front. The lead is 3.5 lengths. Broadway Flyer running in second. Farther back then, it's Flag Down and Diplomatic Jet. They're in the stretch. Kiri's Clown and Jean-Luc Samin trying to hold on. Broadway Flyer picks up the chase now on the outside. It's Broadway Flyer on the outside to the lead. Kiri's Clown is back in second. Farther back, Vladivostok and Flag Down. They come for the line. Broadway.
Billy Mott, bad day in California, good day here. Happy birthday to Mike Smith as he wins this one. Sultan Al-Kabir, Frederick Bienstock, Billy Mott, Mike Smith, 31 today, 660, 390, 270. Defending champ, Kiri's Clown, 795, 20. Flag Down, 310, won $360. Try, 132, $194. Off the turf for the 10th, now a mile and an eighth, 3-year-olds and up. To favor the number 4 Yankee Loverboy, will have to pick this up in the backstretch.
2.5 lengths to Yankee Loverboy, and Seminole Storm is still sixth and last. The half mile in 47 2/5 seconds, and there's a half mile to the finish with Snoozin' and Cruisin' continuing to lead by 1.5 lengths. Then it's the gray Designer Prospect, and on the inside, oh by golly, they're heads apart, second and third. Yankee Loverboy has advanced into fourth, just 4.5 from the front. Navalis has dropped back, then Seminole Storm. The leader is Snoozin' and Cruisin' by more than a length. Oh, by golly, now running in second. Yankee Loverboy is third. They turn for home. Snoozin' and Cruisin', a short lead. Oh, by golly, on the outside, now to challenge. Snoozin' and Cruisin' under the whip. Oh, by golly, right alongside. They're inside the 8th pole. Snoozin' and Cruisin' on the inside. Oh, by golly, on the outside. A terrific finish in the finale here, and oh, by golly, will win by a half length.
Mike Smith's best friend just spoiled his birthday double. Shane Sellers gets it home. Fox Hill Farm, Nick Zito. Nick is the bookend of the day. He won the first, he won the last, and one of the new accounts. Fox Hill Farm. Oh, by golly, 975, 270. Snoozin' and Cruisin', 5290. Yankee Loverboy, 230. The 511s, 4180. Try, 511, 4, 11350. Double, 1 and 5, $30.80. We all know what happened in California. Dare and Goal won it. Nobody wins forever. The record remains tied. We still congratulate these people with Dare and Go. And unless I'm crazy, I think Jerry Bossert told me I picked Richard Mandela's horse in the big race. Dare and Gold was trained by Richard Mandela. Good night. May the horse be with you.